if we select this piece here, let's hit the division key and isolate that, we can see that the scale hasn't been applied yet. So let's press Control A and apply the scale. Let's tab into edit mode and well, this is an oddly shaped piece, isn't it? Let's go ahead and select these edges here on either side of the cylinder holes here. Let's select these, get seams on those. Let's also add an edge on the top of each of these, kind of hide that away in there. All right, and I guess we just need to break out each side here of this strangely shaped piece here. Let's go ahead and add a seam all the way along here. And then let's also add one right along on the other side as well. We don't really need it there, do we? So let's add that. Okay. And now with this, I'm going to have this really long strip going all the way along here. I think I'd like to split that out somewhere, and I think maybe this looks like a pretty good place to split that, so I'll mark a seam there. All right, so now let's hit the L key, press U, and unwrap. And that's interesting that we're getting some overlap here. Oh, I bet it's because, well, it looks like we're still getting some connection. We're still having a connection here, like right in here. Let's go over to UV Sync. Let's select that one point. Let me turn on Vertex Select. Let's select that. Let's press Alt-Z, and then let's hit the period key and see where that is. Ah, there it is. Right there. You see that? I didn't get that edge. That's the problem. So let me select that, Control E, and mark seam. So as you can see, that's the way I tend to try and find problem children like that, is to turn on UV Sync and see if I can then find it over here in the 3D view. Let me turn UV Sync off. Let's press Alt-Z. Now, I just want to select this whole thing right here. Let's hit U and unwrap and see what we can see. Yeah, I think that's quite a bit better. I think that'll work pretty well. Now, let's come down and take a look at this guy right down here. I'll press the L key. Let's press Alt-Z and take a look at this. Is there a face on the inside here? I think there is, yeah. So let's select this, and let's delete those. There we go. And then what we could probably do is just select one edge. Let's try this. Mark a seam and see if that'll lay out flat like that. U and unwrap. Pretty close. Yeah, there we go. So if we selected everything and hit U and unwrap, that's what we get. That's not too bad. Yeah, all right. So if we hit the division key to go back, let's hit the 1 key to go to the front view, and now this one hasn't been UV mapped, so let's go ahead and delete this, grab this, move the origin to the 3D cursor, and add a mirror modifier, and then we'll just click Apply. And now we've got our seams on both sides. All right. How about this guy right here? Let's take a look at this. Hit the division key, and it has not had the scale applied yet, so let's go ahead and do that with Control A and apply the scale. Oh, let me select it first. There we go. And I think for this one is an odd piece. Yeah, we bridged edge loops and then extruded out of this piece. It's a little bit odd, so I think Smart UV Project is going to come to the rescue here for us. Let's press U and Smart UV Project. Click OK. I'll take this up to 89. Let's take it down to 1, see what we can see. Yeah, that's just too many small pieces. Let's take it back up to 89. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. From here, I guess all we need to do is just go back and go to that front view, and let's just mirror it over to the other side here. Let's delete this one and move the origin to the 3D cursor. Mirror it over, and it looks like, the rotation hasn't been applied. That's why it didn't mirror over. So let's press Control A and apply the rotation. That pops that over there. You can see the rotation is zeros here. So there we go. That's that one. Let's go ahead and click Apply. Let's take a look at this piece now. This one right here. I'll hit the division key, and this one is oddly shaped enough. We may want to just do Smart UV Project. Let's try it. I'm going to grab these two faces here first and delete those. Our scale has been applied, so that's good. If we just select everything here and hit U and Smart UV Project, that's what we get. Okay, that's all right. And it is a small piece, I know, but I feel like we can do better than that. I really do. I think we can do a little bit better. Let's just select this edge here, and then let's mark a seam. And then let's also select these edges right along here, like this. Let's mark a seam here, and then let's also split these corners out like this. I just feel like I think we can do a little bit better than that. Let's hit the A key, U, and unwrap. Yeah, see, I think that's a little bit better. Let's go with that. So I'll hit the division key, one key, let's delete this, X and delete, and then let's mirror it over, moving the origin to the 3D cursor, mirror modifier, and there we go. Okay, so we've got those three pieces. What about this piece right in here? Let's try this. Hit the division key, and oh, it looks like it's got faces on the bottom here, so let's get rid of these. We don't need those. Make our life a little bit easier and get rid of these. Delete faces, and then if we take a look at it, we can see the scale hasn't been applied, so let's press Control A and apply the scale. Now, let's maybe split these pieces out first, like this. Get these off of here. Oh, let me grab this, and mark a seam there all the way around there. And then, once we do that, without a face up here and without a face down here, it's kind of like a tube, which means we could just select one edge. Now, I'm going to tab back into object mode so I can see which way is the front. So this is the front here, okay. So the y-axis is going back, all right. So that means we could then just select an edge back here and mark that seam. Now down here, this is just a cube kind of thing again, so let's just grab these corners and split them out. All right, so let's select everything, hit U and unwrap, and yeah, that's fine. I like it. Now we just need to put it over on the other side, so let's go back, hit the division key, let's delete this one. There we go. And then let's mirror this over to the other side. Let's move the origin to the 3D cursor, add that mirror modifier, and there it is. Okay. Oh, there's these little bolts in here. Let's take a look at this. I'll hit the division key, and I'm going to go ahead and split it out on its own like this. And then we could maybe split it out like this as well on this side, like that. Let's just select this one piece and hit U and unwrap and take a look. Okay, that's fine. Now, if we wanted to keep those together, we could maybe choose a couple of edges maybe down here and clear these seams. Let's try that, just to keep those connected. I don't really like that. Maybe if we moved that seam up a bit, maybe up to here. Let's try this. L, U, unwrap. Yeah, see, that's a little bit better. Okay. Now these things, once again, we could select an edge here, select an edge down here. Oh, we don't need that one. And then deselect an edge up here for this. Then we could grab every other edge along this piece right here. there. And we could go over and do the same thing over here. So we select this and this, deselect that, mark seam, and then every other corner edge here, like this. All right, so let's hit the A key, U, and unwrap. And there we go. Conformal, pretty much the same. So there we go. We got those now. Let's hit the division key. And I guess we need to mirror these over too. So let's go to that front view. Let's grab these over here. Nope, that one. There we go. Delete that. Grab this. Move to the 3D cursor. Mirror it. And there we go. And let's apply the mirror there. All right, we've pretty much got those taken care of. Let's go to the look dev here and just go through and select all the things we've UV mapped here. This and this and this and this, these, this and this. And then let's select something that has the material on it. And then we'll press Control L and link the material to it. There we go. All right, I think we've done all of those. Oh, one last one here. Control L. There we go. And, well, what about this in here? Let's take a look at this. Before we finish up this video, let's take a look at this one. Let's hit the division key. And this is just the piece that fills in inside there so we don't see through the thing. The scale hasn't been applied, so let's press Control A and apply the scale. Let's tab into edit mode, and it looks like, oh, this is kind of ugly. We really don't want this. We've got this point coming together here. I must have moved that around when we mirrored. So what let's do is let's just fix this real quick. Let's grab this point and let's hit G 2 times and slide this down like that. And then over here, let's use the knife tool. Let's hit the K key and hover over that point and click. Come over here to this edge and click. And then let's hit the Enter key, and that creates an edge there. Then we can take this edge and dissolve it. Hit X and dissolve edges. So that cleans that up. Yeah, there we go. Now we could probably go ahead and apply that mirror modifier here. And once we do, now we probably don't need that center edge. So we could select this edge right here and hit X and dissolve edges here as well. All right, so now this is going to be pretty much hidden away underneath everything. It's just going to get a dark texture so it doesn't really draw attention to itself. So I think what let's do is just use the Smart UV project right here. And OK. And there we go. We could take this down some. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll work. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go with that. All right, let's tab back into object mode, hit the division key, and go back to look dev. Now we could take that and add the material to it. And there we go. That's everything we've UV mapped so far. We're getting there. It looks like we've got one more piece right in here to do. And also we need to work on the pieces down here, kind of the axle and the springs here. So in the next video, let's begin working on that.